Yeah, like it was good. I liked it. It didn't feel like an hour 30. So we got the singles week. You know what that means. All the training that we've done to get used to the elbow wraps, we see if that's paid off. So they're gonna go for a new PR. And my goal, so I've decided what I want to do. This may be fucking stupid, but I'm gonna try it anyways. But my goal is to hit 440 with the elbow wraps today. And then just treat it like an actual legit PR. So before I was like, if I hit 440, I'm not gonna treat it like a legit PR. I'm just still gonna do my percentage training based off of my current max. Gotta wait for the music to turn up a little bit, otherwise it's a little bit too awkward to talk. But anyways, yeah, no, so that was the original plan, but then I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just try it. So I wanna get 440, and then if I can do that with the elbow wraps, just do the percentage with 440, you know, and take that as a legit max, and just make my body adapt to the weight. Because if worse comes to worse, right, you know, after eights and I get back into my percentage training, you know, starting with the 80% of the max for a 3x5 and doing 80% of 440 is just too heavy, I just take off the weight and I'm like, all right, this is not gonna work. And then just go, like, just use my old max, you know, and treat that as my legit max. So that's the goal. If we can hit 440 with the elbow wraps, we're just gonna treat it like a legit PR and do percentage training based off of that. And it's looking good so far because last week I went up to, for my last set, up to 395 for 3. And it felt chill. And that was for the last set, not even like a, let's work up to a top set of 3. Like that was after 2 working sets with, I believe, 365. And we also have Ryan here at the start of the workout. Not the usual Monday where it's him coming in when I'm already like in the heat of shit, or just not coming in at all. So, the fuck? Get in there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna yell. Yeah, later.
Just getting ready because Ryan promised if we can get a new max today with the elbow sleeves, elbow wraps, he would give me a Spider-Man kiss. So since I'll be here, he'll be over top of me and do it just like the OG Spider-Man and Mary Jane do it. Super motivation to hit some heavy shit today. Random thought though, I've been meaning to ask this. So I finished End of Evangelion over the weekend, and I know most of it is like, well, it's up to your own interpretation. So I'm not really asking like, oh, like, what do those elements mean? You know, I want to interpret it myself. It's more of just like the ending. So Shinji comes out And after he gets done strangling Oscar, or trying to, she proves that she's alive, no longer in the orange Gatorade. So what me and my boy have been wondering, are the people, like the other people, besides Oscar and Shinji, still in that orange soup? Like, are they there, or did they just die? My assumption is that they're still in that weird orange thing until one of them decides to pull a Shinji and recognize the shape of their soul, whatever, and come back. So it's like now they have the, like, I don't, like, are they still in there and they have the option to leave now? And then is Ikari just, or Gendo just dead? Because I saw him get eaten and fucked up and cooked, but I didn't like see him turn into the orange juice. So like, those are my two questions. And I would like answers, please.
Exactly.
Anyways, 3-something. Go ahead and do this. I think I'm gonna start pulling out the Rips Ras for this, because it's not just 315. I think it's like 330 something, maybe. So, on you, bro. These shits are fire. Just keep them in the loop all the time, dude. Comes the nice ass bag to pin them in, like. Fucking just pin them on like this, tighten them up, and like, be ready to go, you know? She kind of felt heavy. I mean, it's a pretty big jump though, from a red to 2 reds and then to a blue on top of that. Heavier warm up than the typical 135, 225, 315 in every right. You know, the reds I believe is over 135, the 2 reds is 265, and then the blue is over 315. So I'm hoping that it's just like it's a little bit heavier of a warm up than I would do with just the pound plates, and that's the reason. So hopefully, since that did feel a little bit heavy, the next warm up feels like, all right, now we're warmed up, you know, and that 90 feels free, you know, and then we're feeling good for that top set. All right, well, so the reason that last set felt really fucking heavy is because I was wrong. I thought if I just pin on a blue instead of another red, it'd be like mid 300, not mid, but like lighter side, like 330 or something. Well, it was 350. But it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna stress about it and be like, oh dude, I'm gonna fuck the warm up, because under normal circumstances, normal day and using the pound plates, I would do 315 and then do one more set before my 90%. So we're still doing the same amount, because I'm gonna do 350, because that's what that was, and then 370 and then 90. So still, like, once we get to that 300 range, doing 2 sets until my 90. So still the same amount of sets, so I'm not worried about it. But it's a little fun fact, you know what I mean? In case any of you were wondering, I wonder if it was feeling heavy, or why it was feeling heavy. There's your answer. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's chill. Nice little proof verification that we didn't just botch the warm up, because that felt slightly easier than the 350. So I'm gonna get on. I believe I got to go up to like 390 range for the last set. So I'm gonna get that on. Wrap everything up. Take off the pump cover. Use Ryan the way I need to use him. and then do the weight. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. So that was 390, and that felt pretty light. I feel like I got a good enough chance to go for some really heavy shit, so we are gonna go for the 440 and then make our body adapt with it until we feel like going for another just for fun PR. But yeah, or maybe if the strat like guaranteed works for just like going for PRs with the straps and making my body adapt, you know, like I might have to just keep using the straps or the wrist wraps to get used to heavier weight, you know, and then forcing my body to adapt to it without the elbow wraps. But getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Let's just focus on in that big boy shit. So I don't know, felt good. Felt like the practice we put in of really getting used to using the wraps is paying off. Like there was no misgroove that I could feel during that. No point in time where I was like, this is really uncomfortable. I feel like I tied it right enough at least to really help. So I feel good going into this next set. Once we get that adrenaline pumping, and then I look up and my view is Ryan directly above me, it should be fine.
Before we shoot the song and get ready, just want to have the last conversation with Marbella. I don't know, hopefully she can give us the motivation and whatnot, you know, what to expect.
Disregard everything I just said because I just realized I didn't have the mic and I don't feel like repeating it. Or I guess not disregard because you couldn't hear it. So just act like it didn't happen. Anyways.
No. No, it's okay. Oh, yeah. Right. Good.
All right. I think I'm ready to put on the gear, have the boy Ryan give me the spot, and you know try to make this 440 happen. Come on, this is fucking nothing. Come on. You got this. All right, come on. 3, 2, 1. Now that was good. I feel like I misgrooved a little bit coming out of the pocket, but I was nervous, bro. You know, it's heavy weight. Even now, like my heart is still in my throat. But that's good. Nothing to be too excited about because we did do it with wraps, which definitely helped on that lockout. You know, like I could say with certainty if I didn't have the wraps, I would not have been able to get it. But at the same time, who kind of knows? We did misgroove a little bit. But anyways, where I want to go from here, you know, we're going to treat that like a legit PR. And, you know, I got 8s next week where I don't do percentage training. So the week after that, the start of the next training block, we do the 80% of 5 for a 3x5. We're not going to do 80% of 430. We're going to do 80% of 440. And we will make the body adapt to the weight. That's all.